was asking like, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay,
I was eagerly waiting for this conversation.
okay, thank you so much. And I'm
Yes.
extremely sorry. Today, I woke up at 9:50 a.m. So it was very late, and I have a fever. So that is the reason. So I just got
Oh,
fresh up, and after that, I just told you, okay, I need 10 minutes more. So generally, it does
so
not happen. However, it happens today. So, but there is no worry. I'm feeling
oh,
fine right now. And after having the conversation, I will take medicines. Yeah, do you
actually,
want?
today the weather is not good here also.
Mhm. Okay, that is the reason.
And yes, and I don't have any Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, yeah, it happens. I can completely
Yes.
understand you. Sometimes it happens when I try to connect with someone, so I am unable to hear their voice. So sometimes it is little bit irritating because if you can't see the person, how are you going
Yes,
to
yes.
make a conversation with him or her? But yeah, there is no issue, I think.
Mhm.
We cannot do anything regarding internet.
Yes. If we don't have any Wi-Fi connection, so we can't do anything because except being connected all time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can do one thing like we can just we can just wait. For example, you can assess that okay, this time my internet data connection will be working perfectly fine. So you can connect with people at that time. So this is the a bit solution I think. Apart from that, I think there is no solution. Or otherwise, just buy a good connection, change your SIM or change your home, which is not possible.
So, yes, yes.
Mhm.
So I was telling that being a housewife, I run a YouTube channel, and sometimes this time I'm not focusing on it because I am focusing on my English conversation and spoken English skill. So that's why it is aside for some time. But I have kept it aside. But I am I think that I should go on with it by making my videos in English, and I should keep my go on with my main subject but in English language, because till today I have posted my videos in Hindi language.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I visited your channel. I think you told me about it. So it was
Yeah.
good. It was a good channel. I think you were posting videos regarding nature. So it's really nice. I think you can start just explaining about like whatever you feel. So it will be really good for you. And you can write your script also, like some bullet points. So it will be really easy for you to talk about any kind of a topic.
Yes, mostly I post recorded videos. Means I never come on camera. So it is much easier to me. It is much easy to me to make any video by in this style. Means firstly I record my voice and then I set pictures on according to them. So, and I edit my all videos by myself.
Wow,
Means
like I
I
think. Hmm?
use myself.
Hmm.
My children have made me this able to do this.
Mhm. Yeah, they taught you everything about internet, or making videos on YouTube is a child's play for you. So that's really great, I think.
Yes.
And I know, like, if you create videos on YouTube, so you have to give 2 hours or 3 hours or maybe more than that, according to the
Yes.
video. So,
It
and
consumes
especially,
more.
yeah, please.
Yes, it consumes. Sorry, but it consumes more than 3 or 2 hours because editing takes a lot of time.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's good, I think. Mm. So I think are you comfortable right now? I don't know why, but I am just getting the vibe. You are a little bit, hesitant right now. Is it happening?
Uh, no, no, from my side it is not.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, okay. So Namita ji, let's talk about your English journey. So I want to know, like, when did you start your English journey, or which kind of adversities do you face while speaking with another person? Adversities means hurdles, problems.
Okay. So I can say speaking in English is my childhood dream. So when I was studying in a school, I was studying in a Hindi medium school.
Mhm.
So obviously, it is the dream of every Hindi medium student that speak fluently in English. So that's why I was also dreaming about being very fluent in public places, especially. So
Hmm.
somehow I could start my. I
I think
Hello.
I could not hear you properly, but
Okay.
I I was able to hear you that English learning English was your childhood dream and you wanted to speak in English and you started reading some grammatical books and it did not help you at that time. So it happens with everyone. If you start reading grammatical books, so you know it is not going to help you because you will not be able to get the context, which is very important. And especially when you pick any kind of a grammatical book, so you will come across so many rules, or while speaking we don't use like 50 or 100 rules. Sometimes we talk in just one tense, or sometimes like it's very easy. I think if I talk about speaking in English, if you do practice. So I want to know the second answer, like which kind of adversities did you face when you started your English journey? So, what kind of hurdles were you facing at that time?
Yes. The main hurdle was that the right words never came on right time, because
Mhm,
everything was in my mind.
mhm,
I could converse myself nicely, but nothing was come out proper on proper time. So
mhm,
that was the biggest issue for me.
mhm,
But this time I'm also facing this problem, but not. I have practiced a lot, so that I can fill this gap. I can say it, because the main thing is that, and sometimes yeah, because I sometimes I use a totally wrong pronunciation and totally wrong verbs forms. So it is a very difficult thing for me. But
mhm,
yes, I never give up, and I decided to speak in English, whether anybody is laughing at me or anything. So I decided inside me that no, I have to do this. I have to uh, go through this uncomfortable zone, because
mhm.
when I go through this, then only I can achieve this goal.
Yeah, you are absolutely
So
correct.
now
Mhm. Go
yes,
on, please.
I'm speaking much better than before.
Yeah, yeah. Surely it will happen if you do practice constantly, and if you have a spirit that I will be able to speak in English within few months, or you can say like that it within 1 year, and it is a journey, so it will take some time. So you do not have to really worry about anything at all. Your first target should be you just have to speak in English and you have to communicate with another person. If another person is able to understand you, so it means okay,
Mm.
your first aim is completed. Now you can try to ingrain other habits in your life. For example, you can just try to pick any kind of a technique and just practice it every day. For example, if I talk about, you can start reading a book, okay, and just read only one page every day. If you are able to understand that page, it's good. If you are not able to understand, read it twice or thrice. So you will come across lots of vocabularies, and it will help you a lot, I think. These days I
Yes,
am also doing the same thing, and it is helping me a lot. And the
yes,
most important thing, like when you were speaking in English, so you were very comfortable with your right of
yes,
speech, so you were
yes,
calm and composed. So it is your strength also. Just try to do practice in a right way. For example, you can record your video, and I do not know, you must be doing it or you must not be doing it, but you can do that practice, and after that try to find out your weakness, and later then try to eradicate it. And I will tell you, like, if you do this kind of activity, so uh, initially it will be really hard for you, because
yes,
if you know about any kind of a grammatical structure, so you will not be able to incorporate that grammatical rule while speaking with someone or while communicating with another person. So you just have to be patient, okay? Try to understand the rule. I think learn only once, but just learn it by context, or whenever you speak, so try to use it. It is not like that you have to learn so many vocabularies, you have to learn so many things, because I faced the same problem. When I started my YouTube channel, I was uploading videos over there. So I was just speaking. I was not giving a review to myself. I was practicing. Like, I installed many application at that time in my phone. For example, English Buddy, Be Angrez, and I used to practice with various people. So it was a quite good experience, because sometimes I was coming across good people. Sometimes I was coming across different kind of a people. So it made me confident also, because when you face different kind of a people who has different kind of a, who have different kind of a mindset, so you will
yes,
be able to communicate, you can control your rate of speech, and you will develop a very good habit. Like, how can you answer the question? Okay, so
yes,
sometimes if someone asks you any kind of a question and you really don't know about anything, so you can answer it in a beautiful way, that like, you can give any kind of example
yes.
regard, and it can help you a lot, I think. Yeah. So there are so many
Because
techniques, but when you speak, so you will be able to get to know about everything. Yeah, please go on.
because in with every learner there is special techniques with everyone using this, means anyone everyone cannot use the same technique.
Hmm.
They can use according to their comfortability, because
Hmm.
sometimes I feel that this thing, that when I am speaking with my children or family members, so
Hmm.
I am comfortable that yes, if I am wrong anywhere, so they will uh, excuse me, and or they I can make it again. But if the main challenge is that when we are speaking with strangers, so
Hmm.
that time have to be more careful, and our mind runs very fast, that what should I do this time, whether I am wrong or right. So this is the real challenge, and every learner should take this challenge, means uh, should go through this challenge to improve their journey, improve themselves, if they are achieving want to achieve a goal. I want to say this.
Yeah, surely,
Yes,
I think. And everyone goes through, if I talk about, if anyone starts speaking in English, so after a certain period of time, they start communicating with stranger, or it can be like they are taking any kind of a subscription. So they will be connecting with experts. So it
yes.
can help them a lot, I think, in my personal opinion. And I just want to say that, okay, just 1 minute, I think.
Okay, no problem.
uh, uh, So I was saying that nobody will judge you. it is the reality. Nobody is really interested to know about your life. Maybe I think they will point out few mistakes, or they will think in their mind, okay, that is not a good speaker. They will give you some kind of a destructive feedback. Some people will give you a constructive feedback. So you should be comfortable with that. And when you speak with someone, so you will be able to stimulate this habit. Okay, so
Yes,
just uh, like in my personal opinion, just don't worry about anything, don't worry about anyone, just express your opinions. And you can start speaking in English, where you are comfortable. For example, you started speaking in English with your family members. So it is good, I think. So now you can move on. You can do practice. Like there are so many applications, for example, Hybro is Fluency also. They are good, I think. Just give a shot, like once or twice. And if you do not get a good experience, so just leave it. But you just
yes,
have to exposed towards the society. It's my personal experience, I think. Because when I started my journey, so I was not really comfortable to talk to someone on a audio call or on a video call. It was like a hard nut to crack for me. Because if
yes,
someone was asking any kind of a questions to me, so I did not want to share my personal feelings, or like I did not want to share about my family members. So
yes.
sorry.
No problem.
So
You have some,
sometimes.
after that you are joining this session, so it's appreciable. It is appreciable. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Um, what was I saying? Like, I think I lost my train of thoughts. It means like,
No, talking about the how can we improve our uh, skill, spoken
uh,
skill.
so in nutshell, I want to say that just try new things, and if you get result, so stick with that technique.
Yes.
Otherwise, just change your technique, okay? And try to do practice with good
Mm,
people. If you find a good
yes.
person, it can be a girl or a boy. If he or she respects your thoughts, so just practice with him or her. Or one thing I can also tell you, like if you start practicing with someone, so they will do practice with you for 2 months or 3 months. After that you will have
Mhm.
to find another partner, and you have to create
Yes.
a good environment. Like it's my personal experience, I think. People will not
Yes.
practice you for a long time. Mm.
Yes. Yes. And finally, we have to talk with ourselves. We have to struggle with ourselves. That and now, how can I go on ahead? Means I have to go ahead, but how can I go ahead? So that's
Mm.
why we always, the nice thing is that we talk to ourselves and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
loudly, so it will be nice.
yeah, yeah,
And
definitely. Mm.
I
Yeah,
have a
please.
question.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
because
go ahead.
in your previous videos, just I have been watching that you belong to Uttarakhand.
Mm.
Okay, so these days in Uttarakhand, the weather condition and the environment is very. Uttarakhand is facing a lot of uh, means natural disasters have been
Mhm.
facing. But as it is called Dev Bhumi also.
Mm.
So there are many religious places are there. So
Mm.
these days, you people are facing flood situation, a critical
Mhm.
flood situation. So where do you live and how are you managing with this situation?
Okay, so I think yeah, this kind of adversities is happening in Dehradun nowadays, but I'm not really
Okay.
aware about it. Sometimes I get a message in my phone, okay, like heavy rain is likely to occur within 24 hours. Or if I talk about where I live, so I live near FRI. So there, I think there here the weather is very beautiful. I think sometimes you cannot predict the weather because it is very humid. or sometimes it rains. So
Oh,
you cannot expect anything from the weather. But apart from that, it is very good. And Uttarakhand is, I think, one of the best places in India. For example,
it's
if I talk about weather, so there's so
uh,
many tea gardens. You can go over there, and you will not
yes,
find a single vehicle over there. Like
uh,
it will be so natural.
uh, yes, because it's a natural means it is under the Himalayan valley, I can say.
Mhm. Yeah, you're
Yes.
absolutely right.
So
Uh,
it's cold this time or normal weather?
the temperature is normal right now. It is, I think, 24 degrees Celsius or 25 degrees Celsius. I think, if
Oh,
I am right.
it is the same weather as we are facing here. Actually, I live in Madhya Pradesh.
That's really nice, I think. Okay,
It was
so
very,
Navita ji, yeah, please. Do you want to ask something? Please go on.
no, you can go on.
Yeah, like I was asking, like, I have a question for you. Like, how do you do practice? For instance, you mentioned that you do
Uh,
practice with your family members, but apart from that, what do you do? Because your family members will not be available to talk to you for a long time. They can talk only
yes.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can say one line, and after that, they will not give you the chance. Yeah, please.
So, as I told that most of the time I speak myself, and
Hmm.
I speak every time in every work which I am doing. I am repeating that work means I am talking myself. So I suppose myself as another person.
Hmm.
So that's why I can question, I can make questions and I can give answers myself.
Hmm.
At the same time, I am doing that dual, I am living in dual personality. So one is asking question and one is giving answer at the
Hmm.
same time. And I always repeat the things which I am holding in my hands and which are passing through my eyes. So I always repeat them, whether anyone can take me as a mad person, but I am doing this continuously. But
Hmm.
along with this, I have joined a group by which in which many, I think it's around 650 ladies are there. So they
Wow.
are connecting to each other whenever they get time, free time. So
Hmm.
these days I am conversing, I make a conversation with them. But I think in that group, the Malayalam ladies means who belong to Kerala.
Hmm.
So I cannot, I'm not comfortable there because
Hmm.
of their accent,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
their accent is totally change. Means you can understand this because being a is northern Indian, our accent is different rather than them. So
Hmm.
it is, but yes, and I read out the my children's course book also.
Hmm.
So these are very useful, I can say, because there are very simple formations given and the simple words by which we can start our journey. Because for the beginners, it is very essential that we must start with simple things. If we are reading the books which are out of our mind and we can't understand them, then we can't improve ourselves. Because in the beginning of the journey, if we are hesitating and we have afraid of, so how can we go on? So that's why it is very necessary that we should read out the books which are written for primary or for uh, up to fifth class students. So uh, I'm use I'm using reading them.
Okay, okay. You read them. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Like.
them in my regular routine.
Okay, okay. That's wonderful, I think. So, Namita ji, we can conclude the conversation. But before
Mhm.
that, I want to say, like, because you mentioned a very beautiful thing. For example, you have an English environment, which is not easy to create, especially if I talk about women. They're not comfortable to speak with males sometimes. So they need some kind of a support so that they can have a conversation with the woman, or they can improve themselves. Or I am assuming, I think someone definitely is conducting some kind of a Google Meet sessions over there. So you will be getting the chance to interact with various kind of a woman, hmm, on a video call. So it is very nice thing. And second thing you mentioned about role play, it's it is really hard to do this kind of a thing if you do not have other person, because you ask the question, then you answer that question. So you can do that thing for 5 minutes but not more than that, and sometimes it is not comfortable, and some most of the time you are out of your breath. So it creates lots of hurdles, because I used to do the same thing initially. So
Okay.
but it is, I think I can appreciate you. And you were talking about, I think, like when you talk with South Indian women, so you feel you do not feel comfortable. So don't worry, it happens
Yes.
with everyone, because they have a MTI problem. For example, they pronounce the words according to their mother tongue. If their mother tongue is Telugu, so they will pronounce the word in that way. So sometimes it is difficult to understand them. But when you speak with them and you keep on talking with them for 6 days, 7 days, so you will be able to understand them, and it will improve your listening power, which is very important. Okay, and very beautiful thing you mentioned, like we have to pick those books which we can understand. So it is very
Yes.
beautiful, because sometimes people pick advanced book,
Mhm.
especially self-help books. So they
Mhm.
use very like advanced words over there. So you cannot
Correct.
understand those words. So you have to search that word on Google. And if you know the context, if you know the meaning, so
Mhm.
you will face issues to use that word. Because if you
And
are in intermediate level, or if you are in, yeah, please.
it consumes our time also.
Mm-hmm. That's really nice. So I think I think if you want to make this activity, just choose a YouTuber for you, or any kind of a storytelling's YouTube channel, or anyone. And if you are able to understand that person, accent, if you are able to understand the way he or she talks, so
Mhm.
just stick with that person for approximately 14 days or 7 days. Okay, it can be
Yes.
anyone. And later,
Okay.
then if you see, okay, now I am improving, now I am able to get the context, because if you listen to good English, so you will able to ingrain that grammatical rules in your daily lifestyle. So it is very good. And sometimes we do not have to go towards advanced speaker, because their structures, their vocabulary is too different. Okay. So this kind of a things you do that. And I will tell you one YouTuber name also, I think, because when I started
Yes.
my journey, so his videos was very helpful. His name is Ashutosh sir. I think you must have watched his videos, Ashu Official 2021. So when you listen to Ashu sir, so you will get the correct, you know, context, I think, and you will be able to understand them. And he uses very simple vocabulary, and there's so many things you can learn from that person. So you can watch his videos for approximately 10 days or 14 days regularly. Try to pick few words. It can be, if you can pick only one word, it is good for you. Okay. And if he uses advanced word, so just search that word on Google and find out the easy meaning. So first try to use the easy meaning, then try to use the advanced word. For example, if Ashu sir has used vulnerable, so at that time you
Mhm.
can search the word and you will find the meaning helpless. So helpless, like everyone knows about helpless. So when you talk with someone, you can use this word. And when you will get used to it, so try to use vulnerable. It is a very simple technique to learn any kind of a advanced word. First, try to learn easy words
That,
because easy words are there, but we always focus on advanced words. Okay, so this thing also going to help you.
actually, I have talked to him on by a phone conversation. So I
Mhm.
called. Actually, he called me. I was speaking
Oh,
on. I was texting him, but just after that, he called me up, and then we talked for a few minutes, and then he added me in this group, to this group. So from after that, I am whenever I get time, I make phone calls, and then we speak for some time.
okay, okay.
Just
That's
like
really. Yeah, you were saying like it is helping me a lot. So that's really good, I think. So, Namita ji, we can conclude the conversation. Okay. And we will meet another time if you want to have a conversation with me. So you can just text me after 4 days and surely I will talk to you. Okay. And
oh,
thank you so
so
much for giving your valuable time. You're such a kind hearted person. I can clearly see
thank
the
you.
positivity in your eyes, okay? And you have a passion to learn the language. Okay.
And one thing is there also that we are wearing the same color dresses today.
That's
Yes,
nice, I think. It's
it
a coincidence.
yes. So it
Background,
was nice meeting you.
I was saying like background is
Uh,
also little same.
Sorry.
I was saying background is also little bit same. If I
Yes,
talk about
yes.
all
There is
behind you.
fire. Yes, sewn in walls, and yes, most of the things are similar. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay, bye bye.
you, yeah, okay, bye. It
No, okay, if you
was
want to say
nice.
something, if you want to say something, you can say, then we can wrap up this conversation.
I was telling that you look also very humble and very helpful also. Because I have been watching your previous videos, so in that videos also you were very means especially with females, you are very you show your respect to them. So it is very means we can connect with that type of people easily, especially women. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for appreciating me. And it gives
Okay.
me immense satisfaction when someone's talks over about this thing. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Bye bye and have a wonderful day.